Hi, my name's Steve Martile at freedomeducation.ca, and I got another cool video for you. It's on how to accept self-criticism. Not an easy thing to do, but it is easy. And I don't know where I learned this. I was talking to a gentleman earlier today from Learning Strategies. They have a whole company, products and sort of thing, in business development. Bert was his name. And he had said that for the longest time he had never known about NLP, and I had said to him, you know, I'm an NLP practitioner, but at the same token, a lot of the stuff I do, a lot of the coaching I do, I said, I don't want to take credit for some strategy that I use. I said most of the NLP strategies that I use are unconscious. I've just used them so much that I just do whatever the strategy is. I just use NLP when I'm talking to someone, and when I'm doing these videos, I'm using it all the time. So one of the strategies that I developed is about how to accept criticism from other people, which is a real powerful thing, because if you look at a lot of people, what they're doing is they're kind of walking tippy-toed. It's like they're on pins and needles because they're not sure if they're going to disturb someone or upset someone else. And at the same token, they're unsure if that criticism is going to get pointed at them. So they don't want to do anything that's, you know, what's the saying that I've heard so many people say? You know, don't step out your boundaries, don't rock the boat, just all kinds of garbage that, you know, these are these beliefs that people have ingrained in them that they're living by, and it's like total hogwash, it's total crap. Because people are limiting the life that they're living. And if you think about it, we're born, and the box that we live in is huge. It's just massive. And as we get older, our self-image, our self-esteem gets smaller and smaller, and the box we live in and what's possible in our life gets smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller until, you know, really the box we live in is, you know, there's people living in fear, basically. That's what it comes down to. And a big piece that I work with my clients is self-esteem. They don't see the value in it in the beginning, but then once they see that, you know, self-esteem is a huge part of generating courage, of generating enthusiasm, of generating self-acceptance, generating confidence, then they buy into the idea. Regardless, I'm not asking you to buy into the idea of self-esteem. What I'm saying is that if you want to accept self-criticism, you want to take a different viewpoint. You want to look at it from a different angle. So it's interesting because I was working on a project. I'm an engineer, so I do some consulting work on the side. And I was working with this quality assurance guy, and he goes, I'm going to do an audit of your project. And what he said is, I'm not auditing you, so the comments I'm making are not about you. They're specifically about the project. And I thought, what a good reframe. What a good way to frame it. He's not criticizing me. He's criticizing the project. You see how that kind of that criticism is distancing me from the criticism? So that's how you kind of want to look at self-criticism. If someone criticizes you and you get upset about it, it's because you're looking at it from your own eyes, from your own perspective. But if you can look at it from a third perspective and say, if someone were to say that to me, you know, say something to my face or in my face, but I was looking at myself as that person was saying it, how would I feel? That's a great question to ask yourself. You should try it. So take a scenario. Take any scenario. A scenario where you felt critical of yourself. You felt someone was being critical of you. And just rewind that scenario. Just go back to the scenario now. And just before the scenario starts to play, just stop it. Just like you just haven't, you know what? Stop. Okay? Now play the scenario forward. Just before this. So the point where you want to stop it is you want to rewind the scenario in your mind. And if you can't picture it, that's fine. It helps if you can. But if you can't, that's fine. Just listen for the sounds. Where was the point in time where you start to feel that criticism? Like you felt like that person was being critical of you. Maybe you feel tension, whatever it was. You want to go to a point right before you felt that tension, okay? And that's where you want to start your movie. Start playing your movie, okay? If you have to stop this at any point to kind of get a memory, then do that. Just stop. Think of a memory where you felt that someone is being critical of you, okay? Now go back. Back up, rewind that memory to right before you felt that someone was being critical of you, okay? Now, before you hit play, what I want you to do is, instead of looking through your own eyes as, you know, being associated in the experience at the other person or whoever you're talking to, I want you to distance yourself off to the side so that you're looking at yourself and the person that was talking to you, okay? So your third perspective, and hit play on the movie and play the scenario the way it would have developed, or the way it would have rolled out if you're just an observer to that situation instead of being associated. Just do that now. Okay, so try that first. Here's what you'll find. And you got to do this, because if you don't do it, you're not going to believe a word I'm saying. If you go into that perspective, that third perspective, you start to feel that, you might even laugh at it, but you might look and be like, I wonder why I got so upset. That's just simple NLP, man. I mean, I do that all the time because it's unconscious, but if you do something simple like that, all of a sudden, criticism, no big deal. Action, go. If you like this video and you want to watch more cool videos like this, make sure to subscribe to my email newsletter. If you like this video and you want to comment and let me know, comment below. Thanks again for watching and listening. My name's Steve Martili at freedomeducation.ca, and I'll talk to you soon.